Hey guys, I am much more awake and put together than I was this morning or yesterday, and I had my my bariatric surgery class today, and what that entailed was going over risks, complications, that kind of stuff, and then it talked in detail about our liver shrinking diet and our diet progression after surgery, which I was really overwhelmed with this class. It made me very anxious because I think it was just so much information about the pre-op stuff, the post-op stuff, and everything in between. And with everything going on, it was just a long hour-and-a-half class, 2-hour class. But the diet makes a lot more sense to me now, so I'm feeling more confident about that. And I talked to a couple coworkers about the class today, and they were really kind and asked a lot of questions, and I just got to be able to process through it. And so I'm feeling a lot better in general today and after this bariatric surgery class. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the diet. The liver shrinking diet and the progression afterward. It's pretty intense, a couple of months. So for the liver shrinking diet, the reason for that is because people who are heavy have a fatty liver, and it makes it a lot bigger, and it sits basically right on top of your stomach where they're going to put the pouch for gastric bypass anyway. And so what they want you to do with this liver shrinking diet is to remove a bunch of that, like that fat and stuff, to make the liver smaller, lighter, and easier to move out of the way, because they have to hold it up the entire surgery, which is anywhere from an hour and a half to 4 hours, depending on, anything. So they have to hold that up the whole time with instruments and keep it out of the way and all that stuff. So the whole point of the 2-week liver shrinking diet is to make it easier to get to the stomach to create my pouch. And it's very important that happens. So basically for 2 weeks, starting September 1st, I'm going to be on 2 protein shakes a day and 1 regular meal. And if I get hungry, like who's not going to get hungry on 2 protein shakes and 1 small meal in a day, I can have 2 snacks, but they're very specific kinds of snacks. Low fat, low carb, and non-starchy, stuff like that. So they also said we could just have 3 protein shakes a day and just supplement our meals that way. I kind of want food, so I might just do the 2 protein shakes and the 1 small meal a day. And skip the snacks. I try not to snack throughout the day. There are days where I'll go to the cafe at work or something and get some fruit or whatever, but I try really hard not to snack throughout the day. So hopefully that part won't be a problem, since I'm already kind of used to it. But with only getting 2 protein shakes and 1 really small meal, with very limited options, I'm kind of afraid I'm going to be starving or feel like I'm starving for 2 whole weeks. So that's the liver shrinking diet. That's basically it. So the diet progression afterward is it's about 5 weeks long to get to the point of your forever diet. So the first phase is when you're in the hospital, and it's straight up clear liquids. 1 to 3 days, I think it is, or 1 to 2 days. They expect only a 1-night overstay, but sometimes sometimes people stay 2 nights. Some of my paperwork said maybe even 3 nights, depending on how you handle your liquids and keep things down, your pain control, that kind of stuff. So that's just basically, they want you to drink a certain amount of water every day, and you have to keep track of that before and after you leave the hospital. Otherwise, they get mad at you, because dehydration is one of the number 1 complications of this type of surgery. And a lot of people get so dehydrated they end up in the hospital for another couple days after they've already been sent home to get IV fluids and stuff. So it's really important to stay hydrated. So yeah, they make you keep track, and the nurses stay on top of you, and they get mad at you if you don't know how much water you're drinking. So I have a little checklist they sent me. Check every time I drink however much it says. I can't remember. And then that's the first phase. The second phase is for 2 weeks, and it's when I go home, and it consists of protein shakes and full liquids. And what they mean by that is thinned and pourable liquids. So you can take like tomato soup and strain it so that it's thinner. You can do broth and diet pudding. They said some stuff about yogurt, but it has to be like low sugar or no sugar, stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically it. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, I start vitamins, which my vitamin patches, they don't want us to do. And that makes me sad because it was so easy and I didn't have to remember to take a bunch of pills, and now I have to change my vitamins. Not bitter. Totally not salty at all. Stage 3 is 1 week, and so that's a pureed diet, and that's like applesauce. You can puree your cottage cheese, stuff like that. You can eat baby food, which I'm actually going to try, like some of the fruits and veggies. I am not touching the turkey or chicken because it looks like pate cat food, and I'm just not going to do that. Nope. And I'm not blending my meat either. It said I can blend my meat. Not happening. Nope. I will stick to protein shakes that week. It did say that I can blend up my soups, so I guess like I can blend up like chicken noodle soup or something if I wanted, but that sounds disgusting too. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Stage 4 is also 1 week, and it's a soft diet, and it says moist, soft foods, fork mashable. So I can cook up vegetables, but I have to overcook them, like super overcook them, so that I can basically make mashed vegetables. I have to stay away from any tough meat. I have to stay away from fibrous fruits and vegetables because the stomach, until it's healed, the new stomach doesn't really digest fiber, like those fibrous whatever they are in those fruits and vegetables, like celery and apple skins and potato skins and stuff like that. So I can't have that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I have to stay away from bread and rice because it expands and will stretch the stomach and make pain and nausea, vomiting, and all that fun stuff. So I don't usually eat a lot of that stuff anyway because I'm gluten-free. So I really don't see that being a huge issue. And then stage 5 is after all that, and it's for the rest of your life. And it's 3 meals plus 2 protein shakes or high quality protein snacks daily. And then it says that I can start introducing regular foods back into my diet and see what I can tolerate. They did say that some of the foods I was able to tolerate before surgery, I may not be able to tolerate anymore after surgery. They also said that that may not be a rest of the life thing. They said if it doesn't work the first time you try it, give it a few weeks, try it again, because it might just mean that your stomach isn't healed all the way and not ready for that food. So that's encouraging that not everything I eat now will be gone from my diet later. And then I'm not supposed to drink anything for half an hour after I eat. Why? Is because the liquid will push the food through too fast and I won't get the nutrients that I need from the food. So the food needs to sit in my egg-shaped pouch. The pouch is about the size of an egg. So the food needs to sit there and digest on its own. And then a half an hour later, I can drink water or decaf tea or whatever. So that's that. And then no carbonation. They say, thanks, Gravy. They say no carbonation. They don't recommend it pretty much anytime after surgery, like ever. Because the air in the carbonation causes pain, nausea, stuff like that, and can fill up the pouch and stretch it out a bit, and we don't want that. And then they said, what else did they say about the diet? A lot of people become lactose intolerant. I'm already lactose intolerant, so I need to stop cheating on dairy and just be done with it. Breakup time. Sorry, dairy. It's not me, it's not you, it's me. You know, that whole thing. Darn, because I love dairy. Oh, and I basically have to cut up my food like you would cut up food for a toddler. This will teach me to eat slower and takes much smaller bites. They say to use small plates. They say to use small utensils like you would have a toddler use. Just because it makes it easier for you to eat slower, eat smaller bites, and basically protect yourself from the side effects, the pain, the nausea, the vomiting, all that stuff, and help you digest your food better. You have to chew your food until it's just mush, and I'm a very fast eater, so this is going to be a huge change. So I'm going to try and start now. I'm going to order some really small plates and small utensils and see how that works. I'm going to try some baby foods and see what I like. Protein shakes, I'm not really too worried about the flavors of protein shakes. I'll just go with chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate, right? So I'm not horribly worried about that. I'm not probably going to try too many of them. I'll just, and I think I'm going to get a powder as well, like a flavorless protein powder as well, so that if I don't feel like a shake, I can mix the powder in with some soup or mashed potatoes or, you know, something like that and still get my protein. Because I have to have 60 or more grams of protein a day. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's see. Yeah. So that's the diet, kind of how it goes. It's basically trial and error after the 5 weeks progression, or 5-phase progression. And then we just see what happens. And I just, you know, keep losing weight. And I have to be active. That's a huge part of this. So I'm preparing different activities for me to do, because walking is just boring. And it's not the type of exercise I enjoy doing. I do like yoga, so I'm going to do some yoga. I do like the Tai Chi, the challenge of Tai Chi, so I'm going to do that. Might get my gym membership back so I can use the pool and maybe go to the early morning water aerobics before work or something, if they still have it. I can't remember, but we'll see. I'm just going to try and mix it up, and if I do go for walks, I think I'm going to go with a good friend, or definitely make sure I bring my dog, keep me company, maybe make it more fun that way. Let's see. So yeah, my very last requirement is on Monday, and I'm just so excited that my requirements are going to be done. It's just my med appointment. Super easy, super quick, and it's just where we're, you know, I've already said this a million times. We're just going to go over my meds, see what needs to be changed, what doesn't, and that'll be it. And then mid-August, I have my final pre-op appointment. So we're getting there. It's getting really real. So yeah. Now that I've rambled on for 15 minutes about diet and exercise, I'm going to let you all go, and I will talk to you after my med appointment. All right. Love you guys. Bye.